So we've been thinking, we, the royal we, that is, you know, schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, mental illness, whatever, it's true. I mean, it must be, because I say it is, and, well, the doctors all agree, and I don't know. If you don't believe it, then, well, you will. Anyway, we were thinking that after all the unfettered, exasperating, endless hostilities being waged relentlessly against us in an effort to somehow win something or accomplish some nefarious act or effort at crushing me or shattering me, breaking me, pulverizing me into a pile of mud. Your efforts have been, at long last, simply, undeniably, uh, ineffectual. Okay, I don't know how else to quite place the term, but it's as though a 3-year-old, right, is made such a mess, so much so that even he himself is quite literally embarrassed and wants nothing more but to clean it up, because he realizes that in his efforts to play and, make himself the thrill or the star of the show, he has absolutely created a catastrophe and hazard to express himself in any other form, but simply only to reignite the very same actions that led him to this place of despair in the first place. So, on the one hand, you might say, okay, well, if it try once and it doesn't work, then try again and again and again until it does. But the problem here is that this child doesn't realize that is, how does one say, that is actually something quite actual and true, in the sense of try harder the next time. But in this case, unlike the typical child that would understand this particular anomaly, or whatever you want to call it, platitude, I don't know. He has it confused with this other idea of when people do the same things over and over and over and over again, and think that they're going to get a different response or some kind of new action will be the result. And of course, this problem is rooted in the mental illness of insanity by reason of its very definition. That when you do that, unlike try harder and again until you get it, you have to introduce new things, new methods, new procedures, new activities in order to make that idea a reality, if ever you could. However, this child of disobedience, the leader of the pack himself, obsessively devoted to nothing other than yours truly, Yes, I am the one. And he knows it, and you know it too. So would you please, I swear by my life, I already won. Why in hell do you keep using the same old bullshit tactics that have been used for countless years now? How many? 13 years and counting, and yet and still this maniac has yet to even achieve once, not even at all a thing that he has attempted to do has ever come to fruition. It simply will not work. But does he give up? No, because like the child that believes that his efforts will be ever more productive if only he will try again and again, he misses the point that that only works if you introduce new things into the mixture of this, activity of whatever it implies or however it's supposed to unfold. It clearly has not been unfolding properly because nothing has, as of yet, after 13 years and counting, been effective in its purpose. I just am bewildered that it requires me to have to announce to you and all your little minions of children of disobedience that they are, that having sex, doing your drugs, and making moaning noises doesn't impress me or do a thing except makes you look like a retard. I mean, really. You may call me whatever you want, but the real reality of it is that I am a superstar because you love me, and don't try to deny it. Please, would you please get real? After 13 years of an unrelenting, hostile operation designed for destruction, has done absolutely nothing at all except the opposite of what you are attempting to accomplish. I am not even joking. It is the truth, and I'm here to show you and to tell you all about it because you surely must have forgotten that I was chosen from the start. I already won the sweepstakes, sweetie. It's just that I couldn't collect it until all this bullshit had been expunged and removed from me, the unworthy, unclean thing of reprobate and entitled to nothing but the pit of hell. Of course, you know it, I know it. So then they're not helpers, they're emissaries, would tell me in the years when we began, 13 years ago, as I would complain to them, what do you mean I have to listen to him, and he's the devil, and he can't place these restrictions on my life, I don't have any honor to him, and motherfucker, why don't you help me and do something? And the only response I would ever get back was, you don't get it yet, but you'll understand one day, it'll happen, you must obey him, do whatever he says, it'll work, just don't worry about it. And I'm like freaking out, raging, wondering, what the fuck are you telling me, and you're all full of shit, and how dare you, I can't believe this. But that's it, that's all they would do. No help, no nothing, no answers, nothing at all, just simply do what he says, obey him, and you must. He has all the answers. Just do whatever he tells you and don't make an effort to do a thing. All you have to do is sit back, buckle up, and take the blows as they come. It's gonna hurt. You'll fall down, but don't worry. He can't break you. He won't shatter you. You won't die. That's never gonna happen. He knows it, or he should, because it's not ever gonna be possible. You are the chosen one. That's what he knows too. You have a target placed on your back from the day you were born, chosen for this kingdom on high, but you can't come in. There are no exceptions to the rule, and you are filthy. So you have to be washed and cleaned, and you know, and we know, that you don't have a hope and chance in hell of ever making that possible on your own. You are incapable of ever achieving that if it were left up to you to do it. So we thought, in our effort to, actually realize the agenda, which is that you will collect your sweepstakes prize at the welcoming ceremony of the kingdom, because you've been chosen for that, but you got dirtied along the way. That if we would just, we knew the maniac so well, that if only we would just show him that you were different, and we will not interfere in anything, and you have free will to do as you wish. Push him, beat him, hurt him, just all day long. Don't stop. It would work. Because it's like everything he does is backwards and upside down. He just doesn't get it. He is so obsessed with achieving a particular idea or goal, but it's like the records, you turn them backwards and they speak to you. You go backwards and it says backwards, everything upside down, backwards. He's addicted to that. So as he attempts to place chains and restrictions and limitations over my experience, or whatever you want to call it, a life, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that to me, because I'm living as an alien in an alien world. I don't belong here. This is not my home. I know that now. It was a long, long time before I ever knew that answer, but my emissaries or agents have informed me that you don't come from here, and that's why it's so impossible for you to understand how to be like everybody else and what they call normal, or in any kind of like fashion that would be respectable as a human being, or as human beings are supposed to behave or think, because you've never in your life ever been like anyone else, and you knew it all along, because you've been doing that your whole life, being scorned, ridiculed, called names, put down, told that you don't know this, you don't know that, you don't have this ability, you don't have that ability, when the truth of the matter is that I have more ability than in my pinky than this maniac with all his power and minions could have, even in his entire Legion of Doom. The power that they possess, I wish somebody would show it to me, because I have not seen it. I have seen the likes of butt-naked faggots doing drugs, having sex, and that's it. I am so bored of this exasperating production that is the only thing that it does is it feeds my ego like nothing else, because I've been stripped, of course, of having anything at all, and this is the whole point, because he believes very strongly that if he just continues to make these attempts at restrictions and limitations, it will eventually succeed in breaking the one. Well, here I am, here I sit, here I speak, opening my fucked up, filthy mouth against you children of disobedience and all your wicked ways. I don't care, because I know that I'm just the same old thing, and it's only because of your efforts at trying so hard to thwart me that has invariably unlocked all the bondage, all the limitations that I was so convinced that I must be under. But it's like snow melting in the sun. Each and every passing day, year by year, I sit back, do nothing except take the whippings, lose my teeth in, and get them all back. How beautiful. I had major illnesses, HIV, syphilis twice, and hepatitis C. And today, the doctors are confounded. They take my blood every 6 months, and they can't find a trace of anything. Nothing, no HIV, no syphilis, no hepatitis C. Even my medical conditions are being eviscerated, and it's all because you love me so much. You give me so much attention, and I just don't care a bit that it's because you sit around fucking and doing drugs in my face and on top of me, and your little dimensional vortex that you're able to transverse, and that somehow or another I'm blind, I can't see a thing, I know nothing of it, of course, and you need to clue me in on every detail about it. Would you please give me a fucking break? I'm sitting here talking to you after 13 years of your waging of unrelenting hostilities of the most highest order of power there is on this earth, and yet and still I am breathing, alive, alone, as always I have been. No help, no nothing. I have it all myself. I do it all myself, all alone, and you too do it for me. All I have to do is sit back, buckle up, and take the punches as they come, because I won't break. I haven't broken yet. And every blow that comes across me knocks this out, and then it comes right back. Then the diseases all disappear, and all the hateful uncleanliness and reprobate actions of my filth and disgusting iniquity is being removed without even an effort that I have to apply. I just have to go along with the program. It's easy. This is like, I've done this for 13 years. Honey, we don't got 13 more years to go, but let me tell you, if I had to do this for another 13 years, it would be not even a fucking problem in the least. Because you, unlike the child who tries and tries and tries again, introducing new things and new methods and new ideas like I do, like, brilliant people that have ideas and capabilities that are far beyond anything that you could ever know. And that's why you always traverse into the other little invisible dimension, or so that you believe, and you're not quite sure if I can see all that I can see, because I'm so good at confusing your little brains like puppeteers. I just talk, vomit out of my mouth, telling you all the secrets. No, sweetie, I don't deliver secrets. You're all mystified because you think that I'm just talking about secrets. And now you know all the things that you need to know, and you can just do this, you can do that, and he can't do this and he can't do that, because you need evidence, don't you? You need me to point it out. You need me to show this and show that. Well, I have photographs, I have video footage, I have all that I need to show you everything and all the things that I can do, and you somehow believe for some unknown reason, I cannot know why, that I require some sort of special glasses or hearing aid to discover your filthiness all around me, about me, and all I'm doing is distracting your attention from being otherwise pointed out so that you will remain with me all the longer while I, like a vampire, suck all the energy that I can from your activities. That's what you're doing for me. You feed me every moment that you are here around me, about me, and with me, because I have nothing at all. You know that. I live in the bird cage. I have been for 13 years, and all the restrictions and everything against me. What do you think? I can't let you go. The children of disobedience that are so actively persuaded that they have a chance in hell of ever accomplishing a thing for this idea. Oh yes, their master, their leader in charge, of course, he can't do a thing. He's incapable. He's not powerful enough. But he'll send you in because you are all terrified of his ass. But somehow or another, he can't do a thing to me, and he's afraid of me, won't come near me. But somehow or another, you're going to be coming in, and then you're going to accomplish something. Please explain to me how that works. This logic makes no sense. But then again, nothing ever that you do does. It's all backwards and upside down. You're just addicted to that, like everything else you're addicted to, and I am too. I'm not pretending I'm not. There is still more to go. I'm not under the illusion that things are going to change in any way. And by the way, I'm very much grateful that they're not going to, because this game is easy. I don't have to work at all, and I'm a lazy son of a bitch, so it works perfect for me. I just can sit back, relax. The blows don't bother me, the punches, the bruises, the falling down, the losing this, the losing that. It always comes right back. Money, are you kidding me? Money? I never, ever in my life have thought about it. I don't know how much I have or when I have it. If I put the card in and nothing comes out, I pick up a phone, I dial, and bam, it's there in 10 seconds. Wired into the account, whatever. And if that doesn't work, there's always another opportunity. I'm never, ever having to worry about those kinds of things. But of course, you people, so clueless as you are and so unaware of my brilliance and everything that I am, well, somehow or another you must know that I am, or something is special about me, because you've been doing this for 13 fucking years, and if you can't answer the question as to why or who exactly am I that deserves all this special attention from the leader of the pack, and he's ordering you to do all these things and monitor me round the clock, and operations and plans of this and that and the other failing at every time. But nonetheless, you don't even bother to ask the question as to who is this person and why are we doing this to him, by the way, and what is so important about him. He's nonsense. He's ridiculous. Look at him do that, and look at him do this, and he sounds this way and that way, and oh my God, how confused are you people, or children, whatever you want to be called, androids, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. You're cursed and you're doomed. You've already lost, but you continue to play the game, and that's okay with me, because I already told you I'm going to move you into the 4th grade next year, even if you don't do your homework, you don't want to learn nothing, and you never said that you did. So I'm a cool teacher, you know. When I told you you didn't have to do any work, you don't have to do your homework, I'm real cool like that. I'm still going to give you an A+, and you're going to go into the 4th grade, because look, that teacher is nobody's nice friend. I'm going to tell you what, she is a bitch, and she's going to whip your butts. You'll be doing dictionary pages, writing them down all day long, Every single day it'll be restrictions. You won't get lunch on time. You'll be complaining about recess. They won't have it. The swing sets are all being disassembled as we speak. You're just not going to have nothing except puzzles, okay? Because we know that you don't like to do those, but they're fun. I know I like puzzles. I'm a puzzle master. That's what this is all about, don't you know? I thought you knew. I mean, 13 years we've been doing this puzzle, and it's already shaping up just remarkably as anybody could have ever known. Nobody could have told me that 13 years ago, that this puzzle would surely shape up in the way that it has. I am confounded, blessed, and humbled by your appreciation for all that you give to me. Every moment that you spend with me is like moments of bliss. I don't pay attention, of course. I don't even let you clue in to all that I can see and know and hear and do, because why would I do that? Give you the evidence that you need to point out that, oh, this is, he can do this, he can do that, and then you're going to change the game, and I can't have that. This game works perfectly the way it's working. I got it now. I've had it. My God, how many years ago did I tell you this? 4 years ago at least, that this game flipped, and it's always going to go my way from this point forward. It'll never, ever go back your way. It's over. This has finished. I've been had it under my control all along. You come to me, do you not? This is my game, my world, my rules. I play you. You don't play me. Get it? You're like a fiddle, and I'm playing you all day long, like a little puppeteer, and you don't even know it, but that's the beauty of it. You can't clue in to your cluelessness. And I couldn't ask for a better representation of this kind of action. Even if I dreamed it up in my sleep, it would still make sense. Does that make any sense to you? That it doesn't make sense, except that it does? Like, is that a riddle? Well, you'll have to tell me. Are you riddled? Are you mystified? Because you surely are not accomplishing a thing that you're attempting to do. So, if that isn't happening, and I would love if you would please provide me with some form of evidence that you might be able to show that it has, in fact, done something other than fix me and all the bondages, all the chains, all the limitations, every restriction, all that I continue to obey. I never disobey. I go along just like I'm told, do whatever he says. I don't even make a production about it. I'm happy as they can be, and I always have a smile on my face. I always have fun. Nobody's going to make me miserable and cry and be depressed and, oh my, I don't know what to do. Are you kidding me? I am the one. Again, I repeat, I am important. You wouldn't be coming here to me every day, every night with all that you do if I wasn't, if I was a nobody. So who am I? Do you even know? No, of course not, because your fucking monster in chief is never going to tell you the truth anyway. He doesn't know how. And you think you know the truth, and you know the answer to this, or the answer to that, and oh my, and he's told you everything? Well, get a clue, honey. If he's the one giving you the goddamn information, then it can't possibly be real or true. It's got to be fake and a lie, like everything that he does, backwards, upside down, and lies. That's everything that he's all about. He needs medication. He's mentally ill. And then you want to tell me I'm schizophrenic? Well, I know I'm not. It's just an act. But don't tell anybody. It's our secret, right? We have lots of secrets. Just go along with it. But don't worry. Even if you did tell, nobody will believe you. This game of playing the victim and the role of my mental illness being the despair of my existence has just brought me nothing but more and more and more ability to sit back on my ass, be lazy as fuck, and just ride along. And as I do, the snow melts in the sun, just falling off of me. I have to do nothing. They told me. My emissaries have been guiding me through this process, but not on an everyday basis. They don't share with me secrets or give me a great deal of help. That's the whole point. I have to do it all by myself because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to get my sweepstakes. Got it? I have to be able to get into the ball, and I'm not yet ready, and I can't do it on my own. I need you. Get it? Without you, my love, I could never ever have made it. There would be no possibility, but it's not a secret anymore. After 13 years that we've been doing this, I can safely say you've already done it. All you have to do is keep it up, and I'll sit back and keep on doing what I'm doing, and everything will work out perfectly. There is no other possibility. You have all the best answers, all the right medicine, every single thing that I need. You have been the one, honey. Done it all for me because you love me so much. And I know you think that it's hate or hostility that you are trying to promulgate. But like I said, as everything you do, upside down and backwards, you place the chains upon me, limit this, limit that, and it just flips the reverse. It's like you flip a mirror, right? And somebody shoots a laser at you, put a mirror, bam, and it goes right back and hits the other guy. The one sending the laser beam. It's like that. Easy. Okay, can you break that down to a third grade kindergarten level? And by the way, catch the understanding of the meaning. That's all that's occurring, okay? Get it. Try and wake up, smell the coffee, and understand that your efforts are fruitless. They never have worked. They never will work. I have been chosen since before time was begun for this occasion to be in, and I couldn't be any more pleased with how it's turned out. I never would have known it years ago, as they used to instruct me about how I wouldn't know and I would figure it out later. And now I have. Not fully, of course. I don't claim that. I don't have all the answers, like my arrogant personality seems to like to pretend. No, that is definitely not true. I'm not at all, 100% pure love. No, I'm not even close to that. I know what I mean is I'm not, I am a kind of a genius. I mean, this isn't like I'm making that up. I mean, people have told me that my whole life, that I'm either mentally ill or I'm a genius, one or the other. But honey, that's a fine line. They're the two sides of the same coin. Either you're a genius or you're insane, and they're both pretty much exactly the same thing. And look at all the musical geniuses like Schubert, locked into a mental institution until the end of his life, but brilliant beyond belief, a genius in music. Okay, no, Schubert died at 36 from alcoholism. That's a lie. You see, you could have checked that and Googled it yourself, and then you wouldn't have to worry about if I'm telling you the truth or not. You're always calling me a liar, and he lies this, he lies this. Honey, I don't lie. I deceive. There's a very big difference. You're never going to be able to catch me in a lie. I'm too good for that. I know how to play this game like your boss does. He taught me. Why would you think that I wouldn't know? I learned it all from him, honey. He gave me all the secrets even before he started. That's how dumb he is. He teaches me everything and then launches the campaign against me, thinking that I forgot or that I don't know how to manage my way through this. This is easy. My God, he wrote the recipes down, gave it to me in a cookbook, and then stole it from me, burned it up, and thought that I forgot. But my brain doesn't forget a thing. It just packs in more. So, okay, that was a lie, and there it is. Schubert died at 36 from an illness. I can't remember what. Alcoholism, sorry, 36, yes. Like Mozart, also, same thing, died at 36 from alcoholism and being bananas and a maniac and a genius. Insane, though, all the same. So, again, I repeat, it's the same thing with me. That's why you're not able to accomplish whatever you're attempting to accomplish. And I'm not quite sure I know what that might be. But if it has anything to do with taking my sweepstakes away from me, the party and the ball that I'm going to, I already have the ball gown. You know how I look in shimmering white pearls and dolled up with makeup and high heels, and I can click my slippers, and they're ruby slippers. But anyway, they don't go with the ruby slippers and a white gown. But we'll put a wig, all the ways that you like to see it, because let's be real. I mean, wouldn't I be just so much better as a woman, a female, than being a man? I don't even know. Well, no, I can't say that because I've never been a woman. And I suppose there's a lot more to being a female than just having a vagina. Wouldn't you have to agree with that? I think maybe you know. Well, maybe not, because you like to fuck buttholes, and that I can't get. I know that I have homosexual, tendencies and have identified that way my entire life. Well, both, quite frankly, but the one thing that has always been repulsive to me, and as from the very beginning, was this whole fixation on anal fucking and anal activity, of particularly fucking the asshole. It is irreducibly bizarre, medically offensive, and don't you think it might actually fall off, or like you get it stretched out so much and so much shoving in and out that one day it might not come back and flip, squeeze back together, and you'll just be shitting all over yourself and it'll be dropping out like fucking shit out of your butt because it doesn't close anymore? It's got to wear out at some point. My God, it's not supposed to be like, it's an out, not an in. Get it? Ugh. It isn't about what you put into your body. It's about what comes out of it. That is the problem. Christ told us that. I know that none of you know that. But I could take my word for it. Google it, read the Bible. Well, you'll never do that. But who am I hitting with? You can't read fucking Alice in Wonderland, much less the Bible. Let's be honest here. Even if you did, you wouldn't get it. You won't understand, because you're so heaped and steeped in your delusions of belief that your master and your butt-licking maniac that loves to just get his butt fucked with his eggs in the air and write hit records and make Hollywood motion pictures and transform the entire country into a slave den of pathetic, mentally ill sycophants, and they all lick his ass, and I told them he puts NutraSweet in it. God damn it, don't lick it. It's bad. It'll kill you. But they just love it. It tastes so good. I said, look, mine is really good. It tastes like mango. You'll love it, and there's no NutraSweet, so if you do it to him and it's all poison and he's pretending and making it sweet, then you'll really love mine, because it really does taste like mango and it isn't poison. It's good for you. So, by all means, if you want to lick my butt, that part's okay. Just no shoving in and out, okay? That, never. Don't like that. I don't get it. I've done it, of course. I've done everything. What haven't I done, please? I'm not worried about pretending. Oh, pretending, yes, always. Fake, fraud, pretend, lie, no, deception, different. See, there is no commandment against deceiving. There's a commandment against lying, so we don't lie. And liars always get caught, too, by the way. Kill the lie, supply the truth. Easy, done. But deception works really well. And I'm here to tell you, I don't need more evidence to know that after 13 years of being in this riddle of a fucking production, watching it all transpire right before my very eyes, human as they may be, but no glasses are necessary. I can see it all, I can hear it all, I can feel it all. And isn't it just a marvel and a wonder that you still haven't clued into the fact that it's true, and you're still, there is something to that doesn't make sense. I have to backtrack and correct that. You must have actually you have been convinced of this ridiculousness on some level. No, you must be. Because the truth in that is easily supplied by reason of the fact that your objectives must always be conducted in the alternate realm of the invisibility sphere. The second dimension right here beside us, right? Or you think I'm dumb and I don't know that? And that's somehow confounding to me? Are you kidding me? I just told you. How many times do I have to repeat? I am a genius. I am brilliant. I know that I'm arrogant, but I know that I am. So I don't care that you think that I'm arrogant. It is what it is. Get over it. Drink a cup of tea. Sit down. Take a break. Breathe. Smoke another cigarette and let yourself go. Light another cigarette and let yourself go. It's so easy when you know the rules. It's so easy when you know the rules of love, rules of love. Everybody play the game of life. Yeah, see, it's like, grow up and clue in. Yeah, I know I pretend to be, mentally ill, and there are lots of reasons for why, not just one. Honey, I don't do things just because there's one thing to get out of it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to get everything out of it. I mean, give me a break. Who does that? Dum-dums, you do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome and result, and that is the definition of insanity. You are insane. I am mentally brilliant, genius, but highly susceptible to mentally ill at the same time, because I'm a borderline, like all geniuses are. It's the same, two sides to the same coin, okay? There's a very big difference, though, in being what you are, which is mentally and pathologically challenged from a congenital point of view, okay? Do you understand what the meaning of that is? Let me break it down a little bit more. Congenitally, you are mentally challenged. Like, that means, effectively, in layman's kindergarten terms, that you are, by definition, a retard. Your functional capacity is resembled through your IQ achievement. If you took a test, I would rather hazard to guess your score would range from about 75 to 80, maybe. Go check that and see what that makes you, okay? Because that's what your score is. There are lots of IQ tests out there. Go find one, take one, see what your score is, and then we'll talk, okay? But you're too afraid to come to me face to face in this dimension, and I'm not going to yours. I can do it. I know how to get in there easily enough. I just have no interest to do it. Why would I? You're filth. You're fucking ridiculous. And you want to call me ridiculous? I don't care. I know that I'm ridiculous, but I also know that I'm brilliant at it. Did it ever occur to you that some of the ridiculousness and the absurdities that I portray might actually be done for your very witness so that you will have that understanding on purpose? Oh, that could never be, right? See, that's where we break the line between my genius level flipped insane and your congenital defect of mentally challenged being a functional retard. The difference in that is right there, starkly contrasted by reason of the fact that you can't even muster up the understanding, or whatever in the world would he do the things that he does openly, knowingly, if that were the case, showing himself to the entire world all that he does and is. Well, could there be some reason behind that, perhaps? You'll have to figure that one out. But you know what? It works for me, sweetie. Everything does. That's what I'm here to show you. Look, and she's beautiful, huh? I am. I know what I am. I know that I'm beautiful. I know I'm a genius. And I'm arrogant. And you hate me, but I don't care. Your hate is just as loving and kind and sweet as any other emotion that I can vaporize and suck in like a vacuum. Just having you here with me and keeping you as long as I can, you are feeding me all your energy, and I don't even have to touch you or interact with you in a literal sense because you're too afraid to conduct your affairs that are so compelling and frightening and challenging that you can't bring it to me in this dimension. Because why? Because it won't work? Because you're afraid? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of me? You must be. You never want to talk to me. You never want to do your homework. Even when I make it fun, you don't want to. You don't want to play right. Well, you're going to get your butt whipped when you get to the 4th grade, because I told you she's a bitch. And she's not playing that bitch. She's been waiting. For the last 13 goddamn years you've been in the 3rd grade. Damn it. I can't make up another goddamn story to tell the superintendent on why I continue to hold you all back, because he thinks that it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't. But I have been lying to him, of course, all along. I mean, deceiving him, of course, all along, for the reasons, and coming up with a new one each and every year as to why I'm holding you back. But yet he's looking over the, folders and the records and the attendance sheets and whatnot, and the attendance level is through the roof. I mean, you all seem to, always comply with the attendance. That is not a problem, and he's very proud of you for that. But it doesn't matter what he thinks anyway. It only matters what I think. And he sees all the gold stars on all the information and your files and whatnot. And then that's when he gets confused as to why I continue to hold you back. And I have to keep coming up with a new idea as to the reason why. And it's really becoming a little bit challenging at this point. Because, I'm good at, making shit up. But God knows, the same goddamn thing, and I've had to change it 13 different times already, and it takes me an entire year to come up with a new idea, and I don't even know if he's going to buy it. But since I am his best, he likes me the best. Well, he must. God knows, don't you know? He is the one that is he's confused. Because he is the one that is, lying in my face and deceiving me into trying to think that I believe him, that he doesn't understand this, and he doesn't get this, and he doesn't know what this is about or that's about, and wants to know what the old stars are, and why I keep holding you back from the 4th grade and all this other stuff. When in truth, I know already when he leaves me and goes back to his office or whatever, he's immediately contacting all of you and making up new operations to be launched next week, this week, for this, for that, for the. Okay, he's the one in charge doing it all, and then comes to me wondering what it is that isn't working and why it is that it's not working, as though I'm going to actually tell him. I mean, he must know that. I mean, I would think. God knows, I learned it all from him. What has happened to him? He's lost. I mean, really. He's so obsessed with this backwards, upside down shit. With the music going backwards and it talks to you and shit like that. And then every single fucking little operation that he launches in an effort to wage a hostile takeover or crushing me into the dust of the past, shut my mouth at all costs is what it's boiled down to. It used to be kill him, couldn't do that. Then lock him up, okay, for a long time, but couldn't do that. Got out of every single one of the court cases, just dismissed, easy, done. Okay, change him into a puppet, make him anything and everything that he's not, and 8 different variations, and we'll promulgate it to the entire planet. Okay, well, that doesn't work because at some point, all the different variations, the names and identities and the craziness and the who and what I am exactly, will be uncovered by the various different groups of people all over the planet. At some point, it will metastasize into understanding that they know me this way, someone knows me that way, and a name called that, and he behaves this way, and he's that, and he's this, and he's that. You cannot have 8 different versions, all have different things associated with one individual, and then think that that's going to work, okay? So there you go. That failed because you didn't realize that you fucking fucked it from the beginning by arranging a new fucking identity for who and what exactly I am for all the different peoples that, it worked for a while in the beginning, but now with Facebook and the social media stuff, we can talk to each other instantaneously, and they're communicating with each other, and they're comparing notes about who and what it is they are exactly watching and why, and now they're all wondering, what exactly is this? It can't possibly be anything about what it actually says, because this individual has, he can't be 8 different versions of a different thing in every single case. You needed to come up with one identity, one name, one backstory, why do I need to tell you this? I mean, you're supposedly this master maker of magical movie productions in Hollywood and the whole industry, and oh my God, we're all confounded, when in truth, I'm not going to deny those things are really kind of brilliant in the ways that they're done, but that's for ordinary regular people, human regular average people that are so bewildered and confounded with all the things that they see and hear and watch on the TV and the movies and the music, and wow, it's so impressive, but I'm sorry, but it doesn't work with that on me. I'm above it. Get it? I'm above you. I'm over your heads, and I'm here to tell you that. Once again, I did this 4 years ago, and I was sure that you must have seen it, watched it, heard it then. Okay, now here we are 4 years later, almost 5 years later, and I'm having to do it all over once again, remind you of all the details about who you are, who I am. Well, I haven't detailed that, have I? I haven't told you who I am exactly, but that's because that's not going to be told. You'll know one day. You don't know yet, and please forgive me, but your little butt-licking, butt-fucking faggot of a leader with all his power, wherever has it been, I would love to know. Show me some of it, please, because he ain't got none. All he has is tired, worn out, fucking old tricks that I learned in the 3rd grade too, but he forgot. I graduated. I mean, how in the hell did I get the position to be the teacher in the first place? Of course I'm the teacher. I'm the teacher. I'm the pretender. Yeah, and I pretend better than anybody. Well, he told me that a long time ago, that that's what we do here. Everything about this is pretend. Pretend is deceiving and making things up, and that's what Hollywood and music and industry is all about. It's all just nothing real. It's fake, 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 plastic, 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 just movie sets, and nothing at all real. And since he told me that from the very beginning, I got it real quick. I said, I'm on it. I'm with that, because I can do that all day long. If that's what it's about, then, well, I can't lose. How could I ever lose that? I am the best there ever was. That's the reason. I'm not giving you the identity of who I am. That you don't know. If he's told you something about who exactly I am, I would love for one of you to have the courage to come and tell me to my face whatever it could be, but I know that's never going to happen, because you're all terrified to be near me in this physical dimensional experience that we interact with in the human realm. So that isn't even a question that I have. I don't have to ask it. It's rhetorical. You are terrified. It's evident. It's obvious. What else can I say? If you weren't afraid, you would come. The doors are unlocked. If you want to do something, like to kill me or something, all you have to do is walk in like you do in the other dimension, right? We'll get out of that one, come into this one, take a knife and stab me to death, okay? Nobody will stop you. I'll be dead, okay? So what's the problem? Or pull a gun, shoot me. Whatever your objective is, locking him up, okay, changing him into a puppet, kill him, all of it failed. Okay, now what's the new thing? Have sex, do drugs, and do it all day long, around the clock. Just feed him more of your energy. Thank you very much. I suck it all like a vampire, and you don't even know it, because I don't even care to pretend to watch. I am aware of everything, of course. I know you find that hard to believe, but oh, please, give me a break. I am so far beyond anything you could ever know. That is why you're so lost, because you think I'm doing nothing but vomiting the things that I can do or that I know. When, honey, would you give me a fucking break? I told you 1,000 times I am an expert at this. This is easy. I am the best. That's why it's me. Because I can do it better than anybody. You're confused because I've been confusing you all along. I am puppeteering you like little puppets every single day. Every time you come near me, it's my game. You come here, do you not? Do I ever go to you? Do you rent space in my head? No, you're easy. Why would I do that? I don't have to obligate my fucking time and energy to whatever the hell you're doing. You're nonsense. You do nothing except your nonsense and your filthiness, and it just is boring and retarded as ever you were already. And there is nothing in any of it that can provide me with any kind of like interest, which is why you see me never ever paying attention to whatever you're doing. Not because I can't see or know it. My God, go grow up. Would you? How could I be the one that you're all doing this to for years and years and years, obsessively compelled? And I would just wish that one of you had the courage to tell me, who the hell am I? And why ever is this maniac that you lick his butt every day, who's pretending to be the superintendent of the school and come to me and ask me all these questions about this, and this, and how come it doesn't work, blah, 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 when he thinks that I don't know, that when he leaves, he goes back to his office and then calls you all up and then says, now go and do this and blah, 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 blah. He's retarded. He's a backwards. Everything that he does is upside down and backwards. I told you that already. So everything that he does works the opposite. He thinks that I don't know why he gets the questions. That's what I'm saying. Why does he bother to ask me these stupid questions every fucking time? He's got fucking stupid questions about this, about that, and why this and why that. And I believe he's really seriously asking me because he doesn't know. He's trying to figure it out, like what it is that he's not doing right, as though I'm going to give him the answer to why. But at this point, it doesn't matter. I will give him the answer. I've told you already. It isn't that he's doing anything wrong or incorrectly. It's just that everything that he does is backwards and upside down. So no matter what it is that he's attempting to achieve or do, the outcome is no less going to be the very same thing. It's going to free me, heal me, take it all away, dissolve the flesh and the carnal temporal illusions around me and wrapped in the web. I'm just pulling out of it. Got it? Every day, every year that passes, more and more and more, it gets easier and easier and easier, and I sit on my ass and just kick back and get fixed with things that fall apart and fix them back, because he'll just invariably continue to eviscerate and try to attack. And so as much as he continues to do that, then the healing process will continue, no problem. That's why I don't care. I don't even bother to give you the consideration of telling you how much you mean to me. Oh my. Until now, when I do, invariably I will send out this kind of message to you all. I won't do it every year or every day, of course. It only comes once every 4 years. Like last time was 4 years ago, 5 years ago almost, when I broke it all down for you then, when the game flip-flopped and I told you it would never go backwards again. And here I am 5 years later, still the same thing. Yet to ever go backwards ever once, never. It's continued to be just as I said that it would. My game, my show, my rules, you puppets, you do what I tell you to do, you just don't know it. It's all the ways in which I'm controlling your little brains, but you don't even realize it, because see, you're totally enamored and engaged with your activities of mindless insensitive, exhaustive, obsessive, hostile butt fucking. Of course, that's like the main hors d'oeuvre, I guess. I don't know. It's I think it's the main course, right? Isn't it that the thrill of a lifetime, butt fucking? I mean, I did it a couple times. I swear I don't know what it is. I mean, I didn't feel any pleasure. I mean, clearly you must be getting something of pleasure from it, because my God, the moaning and the oh that comes out of your goddamn mouth is telling me that clearly they must be getting something of pleasure, because my God, the whole, in and out, shoving just continues, and it's exhausting. So look, quite frankly, that's the reason why I don't ever pay attention, and I'm never ever like looking and watching and being like, because I'd be stuck on stupid if I had to peripherally, it's okay. I'm fine with that, because as long as you don't have the awareness that I'm even paying attention, you just simply go along with whatever you're doing and don't pay attention to me either. Except maybe one or two of you while you do little things on the computer and blah, 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 blah. But, I'm fully aware of that. And by the way, the machine, unbelievably enough, with all your super intelligent computer programmers and all your things that you love to do and trick out and hack in and hack out, the computer still operates. Unbelievable. Every single time it falls to pieces or this or that or the other, magically, instantly, it's just repaired, done, fast, quickly, immediately back up and running. And it's not like I'm not aware. I know I'm on a virtual server in a virtual space being I already know everything, okay? Get it? I told you the puzzle is easy now. The pieces come like day by day. It's another click, 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 click. Once I started, okay, that's all that it took. I am a genius. Again, I repeat, I am brilliant. And I don't do the same things over and over and over expecting a different result like your maniac butt-licking faggot whore. No, not him. That's what he does, okay? I'm different. I do like the way it's supposed to be done. If it doesn't work out this way, then I change it up and do it a different way. My brain never stops, and I'm always, always up to something. You better believe it. Even if this mouth isn't moving, this brain never quits. I am the Energizer Bunny, of course. I want you, somebody, please to have the courage. You faggots, of course, don't have any. You want to all pretend to be men, like you're so manly and you're this and that, but you're faggots, and that's all you are, and therefore you have no courage. You won't come to my face because you can't fight anyway, and you know I'd probably whip your fucking ass in 2 minutes, even if you tried. I'm not worried, and I will give you that. Come on, show me. I'm not afraid. What are you afraid of? Me? The sissy faggot? Woman? Or hermaphrodite? Transgender? Whatever the hell label you want to place on me. Sycophant? No, I'm not that. You are. Sycophants. All in all. Sycophants. Just devoted to the butt-licking monster that is wrapped you in a riddle and taking you to the pit to roast forever. And thank God for him, because if it were not for his obsessive compulsion to place all this hostility against me for all these years, they told me I would never be able to get to the sweepstakes ball. I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't have the capability of removing every element that needs to be changed and fixed that's wrong with me, because quite frankly, that's one of the other reasons why, again, that has to do with who I am and my identity and why he is so obsessed with me. I don't care what he's told you. Whatever he's told you, I can only imagine. It could be anything at all. But just know that it isn't the truth. It can't possibly be. He doesn't know how to tell the truth. And why would he ever tell you the real truth anyway? He's never going to, so get over it, and neither am I. You'll just have to live with the fact that something about me is very, very different indeed, because you don't do this to anybody else. Nobody ever else have you ever had to do this with. After 13 years of still doing it and not yet accomplishing a thing, and still you don't ask the question, and you're not like concerned about whatever he's told you and who exactly I am, that doesn't make... I'm sure that whatever it is can't possibly make any goddamn sense. Because he may have told you that I was some nobody that showed up out of nowhere and they just picked me out of random and wanted to do this to me. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Who would do that? Why? Him? The leader of the pack? The one with all the power that rules the world and everything and all the... and makes deals with every superstar, and that's what he does. He's talking to all the superstars and the famous people. Well, I must be one of them, right? Right. Now you're cluing in. It's just that I am not a movie star or a rock star. I'm more than that. And he's known who I am for many, 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 many years, in fact. This is not my first time at the rodeo, people. Try and get it. I am a human being, no question about that. Thank you very much. God knows if I wasn't, I would be fucked. But no, I am human, yes. It's just that I am as old as time itself, and your leader knows me all very much so well. And he's mad as fuck over something that I had done a long time ago, and he cannot get over it, and he feels compelled to try and change this particular outcome that he is Now, I would guess, I don't know what could possibly be his motivation for wanting to continue in this endless operational hazard, because he does not know at all what he's doing. He's lost his mind. No, I'm wrong. I'm deceiving you again. He hasn't lost his mind or his consciousness. He's fully intact. Unbelievably enough as it may seem, yes, he is. Mentally ill, yes. Pathologically disturbed, oh, believe that. But he isn't lost, and he isn't broken, like, it's just that his ideas and his intentions are, because everything is backwards and upside down, when his intentions are to be destructive and hurtful and limiting and just, eviscerating, it just goes the opposite. It works backwards, because that's what everything does. So if he would just clue into that fact, then he would be doing a totally different thing. The opposite of doing what he's doing now would, in fact, work. There's the secret. There is the answer. Now, I can reveal that fact, okay, and not be worried in the least that it's going to make him change, because I know him just as well as he knows me for a very long time, like the back of each other's hands. So, because I know him so well and he knows me so well, we know how each other thinks. And he's a dum-dum, and I know exactly how he thinks and how he operates. So even when I've revealed to you the real secret and the real truth behind how and what he needs to do in order to accomplish what he is so intending to accomplish, is to flip it upside down and backwards, okay, and do it in an entirely different way. I'll leave it up to you to figure out what is necessary and how you change that. But it definitely involves an entirely different operation with a great deal of details that would have to be exercised and promulgated on an everyday basis, like supersonic speed, and do it fast, because you've invested a tremendous amount of wasted time on an operation that never had a chance because of the way it is being operated and promulgated. It never had a hope in hell of working. I've already won. This game has been mine. I told you that 1,000 times. You can't win no matter what you do. Even if I am revealing to you the secret of how you could change it, it won't work, because you've wasted too much time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You have to do it fast, reverse it, remove it, change it, and promulgate it 24/7 round the clock, and you don't have enough time, honey. Time is ticking, and we are almost through. So I am safely capable of revealing to you all that I'm telling you and not worried a thing about it, because even if you were to manage to convince him to change the operation into something other, and how you would do that, I'm sure you can't come up with the ideas on how to do it. But if he were convinced that it would work, I'm sure he could. But I know how he thinks already, so I know that it won't work. He won't do what I'm expressing to you. That's why I'm not afraid to tell you how to do it, because I know that he won't do that, A, and B, he wouldn't have enough time to do it even if he did, because it's so long now, and it's reversed so much. I told you it's like snow melting in the sun, just falling off of me because of everything that he's been doing all along. It's just going reverse. All the bondages, all the things that need to be fixed, everything, all I have to do is sit back, take the blows, fall down, get back up, sit back, relax, and just let it happen. I have to do no work at all. I already got it. It's easy. The gold star, I got the sweepstakes, they're in my hand. I'm just waiting to go. Go, people, grow up and go roast. We'll check you into 100 years, stick a fork. It won't be ready. I'll tell them, close the oven, put it up 350,000 degrees more, 10,000 more years. We'll stick a fork in you again and see if you're ready to come out then. But of course, I have the fork, and I was already told, I asked for the permission, could I be the one to stick the fork in every so long to see if they're ready to come out of the roasting oven. And they said, yes, you can have that, because they're convinced that it's going to work too. You know, I'm going to go. I'm going already, because he did it already. This is over. He's been doing this for so long, so much. It's transformed every single thing about me and what I was that he still thinks I am. And of course, I behave in all the various ways that I do to convince you that it's true. And you believe it just like that. How easy and how wonderful it is for me. All I have to do is pretend, just like he said from the beginning. Make it up and make them believe whatever you want. So I do. Why are you mad? What is your problem? You can't do it, so you're mad? Grow up. You thought it was your game. I took it away, made it mine. And I'm pretending every single day, every single thing is a deception just to make you believe whatever is necessary for you to believe. I have many, many things that I have to make you all believe, and you do. You're very good. That's why the gold stars. He keeps questioning why the gold stars, but I won't send you to the 4th grade, because you do. You have earned those gold stars because you do exactly as you are supposed to, just the way I instruct you, and you don't even know it. But that's why I'm putting gold stars on all of your, files. And then he still has the damn questions about why the gold stars, but it's not working, this and that and the other, and it can't get them passed through. And he keeps threatening that if I don't let you pass to the 4th grade, he's going to force it, and I may lose my job. But I'm not afraid of that, because I know that that's a lie. It's bullshit. He's deceiving me again with that, because he's been saying that for the last 6-7 years, and it hasn't happened. And by the way, I told you already, I've been knowing him for a long time. He's not the superintendent, he's the principal. See? And now he's in the superintendent's office because superintendent was locked out and evicted, apparently. Something, I guess. And he took over and, put his name on the door, and the principal's office is vacant. So the superintendent is still around. He just isn't in his office, conducting business, and things are going off the rails down here because, we need him. The principal does not know how to do that job. He knows the principal's job, and he's doing the principal's job as we speak. Been doing it all along. But he's attempting to do the superintendent's job as well. So as the principal, that's why he comes to me and questions me and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know why the questions, because they're all rhetorical. He has got to know the goddamn answers. What in hell is he asking me for? I don't get it. But he does, all the same. That's why I just don't get him. I know him so well, but shit, who could know that he's that stupid? Really? Would you please? And he thinks that the superintendent is not coming back to, take possession of his job, and that he's not going to get, fired and lose his position in the process because he thought that he could do this. He is a mess, like I told you, like a 3-year-old child who is so unbelievably made such a mess of things that he himself is embarrassed over the fact that it has turned into this, I don't know what to call it, but it's a mess. And, well, all I can tell you is that the superintendent is coming back, and you will go to the 4th grade. You won't like it at all. But nonetheless, you will learn, because when you're in the 4th grade, you'll be in an oven and roasting. And I have the fork, because I got the permission already to check. Stick the fork in, see if you're ready, but it's always going to be no. See, that's the answer. Every single time be no. Put them in another 350,000 degrees, turn it up hotter, 10,000 years, and then I'll check again. And then, of course, it'll be no when I check it. It'll be no, I'm not ready. Don't worry, you're not going to die. Nobody's going to die. You're not going to, you'll burn, of course. You'll be real hot. But nobody's going to die. Come on, shut up. You're not dying from this. That's why it's so many years. It goes on and on and on, because nobody gets to die. If that could be, then what in hell would be the reason to do this and believe in any of these ridiculous absurdities of God and the devil and religion and all the controversies therein? It would all be meaningless, would it not? Think about it, dum-dums. If it was you just die and go to sleep and it's blankness and nothing happens, well, of course, none of it would make sense. It would all be nonsense and nobody would buy into it. It wouldn't make any kind of nothing. So get it. You ain't going to die, and nothing can kill you. That is the point. That's why it's forever. Whatever it's going to be, well, you're going to have to fucking figure that out. But I assure you, it'll be hot, and you'll be roasting, and this fire does not quit, and it won't kill you. So don't worry about that. You will be alive for a long, long time. If you get out of it, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that things could change after 1,000,000 years or something like that, but can you even believe it? Could you even? I can't even imagine. Oh, thank you so much. Bless you, the maniac, the butt-licking faggot whore of the century, who has given me all that I have needed my whole life, and I never knew it, but he loves me so much, and I am a superstar to him. And he's the only one that really matters down here anyway. I mean, you know, when you think about it, it's really only him that makes any, you know, sense, or it makes any, difference about what people think, or what, I mean, whatever he thinks is what really matters. And he thinks I am, like, super, super important, and I must be, because he believes it. That's for goddamn sure. And I know who I am. It's just you don't know. He knows who I am too, but he's never going to tell you, so don't worry about asking him. He'll lie anyway. You know, you've got to know that. I mean, come on. When he speaks, he lies. That's all he can do. That's why everything goes backwards and upside down. No matter what he does, it will just be that way. He can't help it. It's just what happens. Okay, well, I have to go eat now, and I'm sure that you probably had your fill. So I'm going to end this, and we'll get back to it later. Okay, goodbye.